Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a conical corset with a rose draping. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So here is the front pattern of my dress and I've gone ahead to pin it down. So I'll be cutting this and I'll be adding ½ inch all the way around, but by the side of the third pattern I will be cutting exactly what I have on that point. So while cutting, I'll be cutting out for 2 pieces at the same time, and I'll also repeat this also for the back pattern. So after I'm done cutting this, you're also going to use this to cut your lining, and we're going to cut for the back pattern also, and you're also going to use this pattern to cut out for your lining for the back piece also. So after this, I'm going to iron soft gum stay on it, or you can iron air stay on your pattern. So here's my pattern and I've gone ahead to iron it out. So I'll start placing this and I'll go ahead to cut out this part. I'll be using it for the wadding or padding of my corset. You can also use an already made cup for this. So I'll just go ahead and use this to cut out the wadding. So here's my wadding. I'll just go ahead and trace what I have out and adding ½ inch in front and by the side because of the joining allowance. So I'll bring out this pattern and we'll start working with the rest of the pattern. This is the third part of the pattern also. So I'm just going to go ahead to open it up and I'll place it this way. Next, I'll go ahead and bring out this pattern, place it this way, and then I'll be unpinning the wadding and I'll place it underneath. So whatever we are doing to the main fabric, we are also doing it to the main lining of the dress. So I'll just go ahead and place, and I'll be placing them accordingly because I will be stitching them with ½ inch this way. So I'll go ahead and also place the wadding underneath it. So I'm trying to make this video a little fast because the video is actually too long. So I'll be placing the shiny part of the wadding underneath it this way, and I will go ahead to join with ½ inch. So going to the back pattern, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead to iron light gum stay to the lining, and to the main fabric you can iron a stay or also your light gum stay on it. So I'll just go ahead and I will unpin all my pattern, and after I'm done unpinning it, we'll be placing it accordingly. So I will take the second and the first pattern and pin, and after I'm done pinning that, I'll bring over the third pattern and pin. So I'm pinning it now so that I don't misplace each part of this pattern for another part, and I'll go ahead to iron a light gum stay on it, and after I'm done doing that, I'll just go ahead and join the back pattern with ½ inch all the way. And after I'm done joining my pattern, this is the front pattern, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and I will be joining the side of the back and the side of the front together, and I'll trim off every excess that I have. And before going ahead to join, I'm going to place this and trace out the shape I have here, because I'll be adding a wadding to the side of the conical part of this corset. So I will just place the shiny part, place an iron, repeat it on this part, and for the center piece also, I'm also going to repeat the same process. I'm just going to place and cut out 2 pieces for this side also, and I will be ironing it at the back of the dress before going ahead to join my dress. So now I'll just go ahead and place my pattern just to explain the way I'm going to join it. I'm going to place this way after I'm done ironing, and I'll stitch with ½ inch. At the other side, I'll also go ahead and repeat the same process. After I'm done joining, this is what I have, and I'll just go ahead and give that part a good notch. That is, I'm going to notch the part that I'm going to be inserting sewing the boning on the side of the conical corset. This will help it relax very well, And after I'm done notching here, I'll also go ahead and notch the other side of the conical corset. So after I'm done notching this part of my dress, this is what I have, and we'll be introducing a boning to that part of the dress so that it will stand very well. But if you leave it like this, it's going to stand, but it won't have that structured effect. So here is the boning, and I've already gone ahead to cut it out. So what I'm going to do now is to place my boning to sew. So for this part that is at the underbust, I want my boning to start underneath my underbust, but I will go ahead and top stitch my allowance by 1/2 inch on top, and then continue adding my boning at the lower part. And I'll also repeat this at the other side of the dress. I'll go ahead and top stitch what I have here, place my boning, repeat this at the side. So going to the other side of the boning, you're going to attach your boning all the way from the up to the lower part. So on this part that has a conical corset, you're going to place your boning, and you're going to be stitching with 1/2 inch at both sides. So when you're stitching at this point, you're going to do that carefully so that you're going to still get that effect. So after you're done sewing this, now you can go ahead to bend the side and make sure you leave 1/2 inch on top and 1/2 inch underneath it. So this is my dress now, and I've gone ahead to sew the boning for the center part. So just like I explained, I'll just head over to the sewing machine and I will sew this on the side of my corset. So this is what I have after sewing this side. As you can see, this part of the corset is standing very well. It is very structured. So I'll be repeating this same process at the other side of my corset. So after I'm done sewing, this is what I have on both sides, and just the way I was joining my main fabric, I also joined my lining also. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it on it. So while you're placing your lining on it, make sure that your lining matches what you have on the fabric exactly, and you're also going to notch the joining that you have on your lining so that it will match with what you have on the dress, because you actually notched the so I'll just go ahead and pin this on it. So any part that does not match, I'll go ahead and readjust it. But what I had was matching, so your lining should match your fabric. Any excess that you have on the lining, make sure you readjust it before going ahead to stitch. After I'm done pinning, I'll just go ahead and stitch round with 1/2 inch. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have on my dress. This is what my dress is looking like, and you can see here is standing up very well. It is very structured. So this is how the lining is also, and as you can see, the lining matches with the main fabric. So on this part, I'll stitch with 1/2 inch, stitch down with 1/2 inch again, and stitch another 1/2 inch. I'll be passing a boning on one side, then create my eyelet on one side and also add a boning to it. So I'll also repeat this at the other side of my dress. So after that, I'll insert boning on those boning channel I created, and I'll go ahead to wrap the lower part of my dress. So this is what I have. I'll just fold it into two, just like I'm attaching a boning, and I'll sew with 1/2 inch down and then flip it to the right side and top stitch. So after I'm done sewing, this is what I have. And next, here is the organza I have. So the actual fabric that we have on the thumbnail is a mercury. So I just have this organza at home, and I went ahead to fold it into two, sew, and then top stitch the end. Now to create this ruffle, you're just going to go ahead to fold this way, and you're going to stitch it, like create a pleat at this point, and you're going to be stitching it down. After you're done stitching it, you're just going to use your needle and thread and tack it down here. So this is best to be done on a mannequin, but I don't have a mannequin available, so I'll just be draping it directly on the dress. So I'll just go ahead and stitch this down. So you can just go ahead and pin and create your rows. After you're done doing that, you can now go ahead and tack it round. So I'll just go ahead and follow that pleat that I have made, and then I'll pin down. So after that, I'll just wrap it round again, then turn it, and I'll just go ahead and pleat and pin it down again. So after that, I'll be doing this all over again to create a rose. So meanwhile, creating this rose with an organza is very difficult, so it's easier when you're working with the mercury. But even if you want to still use an organza, you need to just take your time till you get the required results that you want. So I'll just continue pleating, or you still follow that fold that you initially created, and you're going to use it to pin and wrap your dress all the way around. So after wrapping at the lower part here, so after pinning this side, you're just going to follow that same fold and you'll be taking this up. So this organza might not really give you the desired result you have, but this is like a tip on how to like wrap this rose or drape it on your dress. So I'll just continue wrapping this, and at this point I will lift it up again to give it that lift it has at the upper part of the dress. So after I'm done doing that, I'll just go ahead and pin this all the way to the upper part of the bust at this part. So from this part now, after draping here, you're just going to leave like enough material or fabric from here, and so that it will drop at the shoulder point. So after that, you're just going to fold up the edge. So I had to cut out my fabric because it was too much, and I'll just go ahead to fold it up this way, and I'll tack it down by the side. After you're done tacking it down, you now go ahead and tack the rest of your dress, that is the rest of the part that you have draped. Another method is to drape it on your client's body or use your mannequin to actually do it. So after this, we are done with today's tutorial. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also join us in our next video.